Hey there, it's John Fink. You have found the Fink Show. I'm John Fink, your host.
Hi, I'm Jean Whuls. Did I say Jean Whuls?
You did.
God damn it.
I think I actually need you to say your name, though, correctly.
I will, but why do you need that?
Because you need to identify yourself.
I'm Gina Whuls. Nope, that didn't sound good either. Why is this part so hard?
I don't know it's your goddamn name.
This has been a great success. Listen to the Fink Show.
Welcome to all of this. Enjoy the majesty ahead of you on the Fink Show. Weekdays on Podbean and then replays. Exactly. Replays on patreon.com/Fink Show.
Nailed it.
The Fink Show, live on Podbean. Find all the replays and exclusive content at patreon.com/Fink Show.
We're gonna do this. And we're gonna do it right. Even when it's wrong, it's still right. How to do it? How to build on his head? Hello, JBH. Elle's looking at me like, what? What are you doing? Who's a dogger? Yeah. Hey, puppies. Who's a dogger? She's a good one. Go on. Go up there. There we go. Hey. Let me see your hand. Oh my God. Oh. Damn.
So how you feel?
Oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Here, doctor.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck
Turn
me.
over so I can see you.
No, you don't want to see it. No. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's probably
That may have been a record, yeah.
wow.
Hey.
Back out to you, sir.
Well done, my friend.
Good Lord. Oh,
That was amazing.
you know what? That guy feels so much better.
Yep,
Right
I felt
about
better just listening to him.
I know, right? I think that relieves some pressure in my large intestine.
Ooh, yeah.
Sympathy scoots going on around here.
Oh.
Oh, well, off to a cracking good start. What cracking good start?
Ayo.
Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 22nd.
Wow.
Show. It's M-Andy-tory Mondays with my own brother Andy Fink. Yay! And you may notice that we are fans of Jean Whuls today. You know what though? That there's a good reason for it. She is doing new and improved adult things, interviewing with a good job, and so we wish you the best of luck, Miss Jean Whuls. We'll find all about it.
Make a sacrifice to the good job gods here.
Yes.
There.
We will put a resume through the shredder.
Yeah, exactly.
An
In her
updated
honor.
resume through the shredder in tribute, and we'll absolutely report on that during Turtle Tuesday tomorrow. I could speak. I could say words.
Total Thursday, yes.
Turtle Tuesday, everybody.
it
It's
is.
be tomorrow. Just stay tuned. We'll turn for Turtle Thursday. That'd be great. And Jody's just actively shredding right now. Jody, you always shred.
Oh, hey-o.
Come on, everybody. Wow, it's radical. How's by Andy? What's going on in the Andy Fink world?
It's all right. Like, so the last week Portland was a frozen hellscape. So
Yes.
it is back to normal. I was able to take the dog for a full walk today without like slipping and sliding and falling and all that kind of stuff. So that always helps.
Yeah, that's a bonus. You don't get ice caked onto Elabella's feet.
Oh, so it was to the point of like you step outside the door and I fell a couple of times, like on my face and on my ass, and
Jesus.
everything was frozen over like it was an ice rink, like it was a good couple inches of ice everywhere.
God.
So it finally got up to like the 40s today and rained. So it like everything is pretty much melted off as of today. So I was like, yes, I can walk. That's great.
Oh,
so
man.
that was lovely. So yeah, now it's just sort of like, okay, back to normal life where we can get to work and do things, and my employees can get to work and do things as well, which is always helpful. So
That's a bonus.
yeah. So other than that, just kind of bopping along, doing school and all that kind of fun stuff too. So
All right.
it's great.
I saw a viral video from, I think it was Portland, if not just sort of the Pacific Northwest. Somebody opened their garage and did what they called the ice cube test. Have you heard about this?
I haven't heard about this.
Okay, so you can test, because sometimes if you have a sloping driveway,
Yeah.
he was saying you take a handful of ice cubes and you toss them onto your driveway, and if it's ice frozen over, because it just kind of looks wet otherwise, the ice cubes will slide down the driveway.
And it's be like, wee.
But if
all the
it's
way down the
wet, they'll
driveway.
just like kind of clank there and just sit there.
Yep.
So this poor gentleman just
Uh-oh.
stepped out just far enough to toss the ice cubes and followed the ice cubes down.
wait, no, friends.
No. And
We're
then,
friends now.
Yes, we're all going down the street together.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was he took about 3 tries to get back up the driveway, and then wound up like trudging through the ice-topped snow on the side of the driveway, still falling.
Which has a little bit more of a grip, but not by
Not much. Not
Yeah.
much at all.
Yep.
And then our buddy, he in the Garmy, he goes by the name Unimpressed, sent us videos from the St. Louis area of a fire truck doing a full 360-degree spin on the icy roads, trying to
Holy
respond to an emergency.
hell. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was one of those green fire trucks, like the lime green ones. I guess that's what color it is.
Sure.
Yeah. But it did like the full on, like, Grand Theft Auto 360.
Oh, Oh my gosh. Yeah, I could also imagine like, so if you're a bystander watching that and you're just like, ooh, and you see the terror in some firefighter's eyes, or
Yeah, like you're supposed to be the first responders and you're spinning out. This is bad news.
ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
it's terrifying to see. And it was one of the like really, really large fire trucks. Bill Manis says, is toss the ice cubes an Alaskan rim job?
Hey,
Good Lord. Well done, Bill.
you just don't get your tongue stuck and be
No,
like,
yeah, that's
Christmas story. And
yeah, you don't want a Christmas story on somebody's old balloon out there. That's not fun.
Someone has to pour hot water down the back, and
Yeah, you got to get a third person in there because what are you going to do? You're going to
yeah, exactly, yeah.
human centipede it over to the sink.
Make yourself a cup of brown tea or something like
Oh,
that.
that's a whole different story. Lord. Well, I had a great weekend.
Thanks.
Friday was cool. Thank you to everyone for putting up with a flashback episode. It was a good one. We had Queen J Friday replay that day on Friday. And I took a big nap, and then I woke up, and then I took another nap, and I was rested and ready to go for the iHeart company party.
Nice.
Which went very, very well. It was really cool to hang out with people that are normally too busy to like have a conversation and talk. And so it was great to, sort of hang out. And of course, I wound up hanging out.
Canoodle and
Oh yes, lots of hobnobbing and canoodling.
Elbow, shoulder rubbing.
Yes, elbow rubbing and shoulder clapping, and hand shaking, and lots of side hugs.
Yeah.
Yep, all those things were happening at the iHeart holiday party. Nice. I know you're jealous. And it was really cool though because we got to meet some people's spouses. One highlight of Jody is asking you, was there ass kissing? Yes, yes, there was.
But was there ice cube ass kissing? Wait,
no, it was not that cold. Although it was very cold and breezy. And we came dressed appropriately. Mrs. Vegan Giant and I both showed up in all black.
Nice.
I showed up looking like a villain from a Wes Anderson movie. With black slacks and a 3/4 turtleneck and my Gizmonix jacket.
Nice.
So I definitely looked like I was ready to sit in a green velour chair and read a book and then close it and have the shot remain on me for a good second and a half too long than it normally needs to be.
And you go, I suppose you wonder why I've brought you here.
Exactly. Yes. And then have like a really uncomfortable close up to my face and then pull back and then just have me sitting there. One of the other highlights was the wife of the guy that's in the booth for the 600 Kogo. She got yelled at by the crew for ringing the man overboard bell.
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
That's a big no-no.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I did make that clear. We were on a boat.
Good. Yes.
We were, yes. That would have been weirder if we weren't. But yes, we did a little harbor cruise around the San Diego harbor there. And
of course, someone's like, ooh, what's this bell? Does that mean they made a sale or something like that?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that means we're departing, right? Ding, 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 ding. And they're like, that means somebody's overboard. Stop that. So that was fun. And then we of course, hung out with our little group, our Kogo group for a bit. And then Mrs. Vegan Giant and I kind of just like floated around. We'd spent a little time sitting by ourselves and hanging out, and then went up to the very top level where all the sports 760 guys were, and we were, being silly and
canoodling with the sports dudes. And
oh yes, which was awesome. It was great to hang out with Travis, otherwise here known as Yes TD.
Yes.
and Rich and Ben Fletcher and those guys. Lots of good laughs were had. And then I didn't think this was possible, but somebody, I don't know who, nobody in my visual range, I was looking around, was
Mhm.
smoking weed on the boat.
Oh, hey.
To the point where it was a very blustery time, but I was still getting a contact buzz. And I was looking around like, who could this possibly be? There's nobody
Wow.
around here. But it was like, oh, Lord. Like one of those kind of things. I was like, who the hell's doing this? I
That's
can't tell.
impressive.
I was
Yeah.
impressed. Somebody was chiefing pretty hard, and I did not know who that was. So it was a good time. And then when the boat landed, yes, there was some Irish goodbyes. It was there was some people that as soon as the boat docked, just like I'm out of here.
They made the scamper up the gangplank as quickly as possible, and
Yes.
and also left the boat. Heyo!
Hey, good morning, everybody. Oh, wait. There it goes. So yes, there was certain people that just took off immediately, and then there were other people that had to be herded off of the boat by the crew. Like, no, you can't go back upstairs. We're having everybody leave now.
Wait, I want to. I have
Yeah, I
more
wanna
drinks
go
up there. The bar isn't closed yet.
Yeah, that's right. And so, but the bar was closed, so it made no sense. And so right after that, the boat docks right on the Embarcadero, and we're like, all right, well, what's next? And so a bunch of us went to the Brigantine.
Oh, cool.
Right
Nice.
next to the boat dock there, which is, relatively fancy place. Andy's been there, I think, once.
Oh,
upon a
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Brigantine's awesome. It's right on the water. Rather fancy, been recently upgraded. And we hung out there and just pretty much shut the place down.
Cool.
Like we were there till almost 11, which for, the early morning news types, that feels like, hanging out till 6 in the morning.
Like shutting the bar down. Yeah.
Yes.
So did y'all eat there? Did they have vegan food over there or anything like that?
There was there was catering food on the boat.
Cool.
And thankfully, there was one item there that I could eat. So there was little bow tie pasta and red sauce and veggies.
Nice. Okay.
And so the funny thing was, they of course had the guy at the cutting station with the roast beef and all that stuff. And I was like, hey, you got any vegan food? He's like, well, this is here, but it has cheese. I'm like, not vegetarian. Fucking meat cutter. So I'm like, vegan, not vegetarian. And so finally, like, one of the people went and got the actual chef, and she came out and she's like, this is vegan. And like pointed to the pasta, and I'm like, okay, not vegetarian, vegan. She's like, yeah, I know what it means. I was like, okay, but your friend here that you're in charge of did not.
Yeah.
Pardon me for asking twice. But she was right. The chef was right. And that was okay, and had no stomach issues. So that was
nice.
Great. And then, so I got, a nice big plate of pasta while I was having my initial drinks. And then we went to our secondary location at the brig down there and had lots of Mai Tais and lots of laughs and hung out and did good networking. And a good time was had by all.
Hooray.
Only one person had to be gently escorted out because they had overindulged. So
ooh, yeah, it happens. Nobody honked off the side of the boat or anything like that.
No, I was waiting for that.
Yeah, like, come on, I want my money's worth for the party.
I know, a little show on this dinner cruise.
Some fireworks here, man. Yeah,
come on, and chum the waters a little bit. I want to see some fish jumping.
Yeah.
No, they had drink tickets on the boat, so they gave you 2 drink tickets.
So you can't, like, it's harder to
really over. I mean, if you wanted to buy, but the other thing is, a lot of radio people not really willing to spend a whole lot of bucks.
Fair.
So, it worked out though. It was really good, and we spent most of Saturday just trying to rest. Although we did get up and go to breakfast at 6:30 in the morning.
Nice.
We just crazy early morning people.
What's
And
open
then,
at 6:30 in the morning on a Saturday? Like, what is
oh,
there? Like
Snooze.
coffee? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Snooze Cafe
Okay.
on 5th. Shout out. We met up with
Hey-o.
some Garmy people at Snooze. Further north,
Nice.
there's a Snooze in La Jolla. It's a chain, so you can see it's a lot of different places. And they have decent vegan options, and they
Yeah.
open at 6:30.
Brad, holy
So
crap. Yeah. So
yeah,
you're like, I know I've been up a couple hours, but at least I can go to breakfast. So
exactly. So we did that, and then had a nice little rest time, and then went and had a lovely dinner at Jeff Saunders' place.
oh,
Guy I went
cool.
to high
Yeah.
school with. His parents live not too far away, and my buddy Jeff is in Copenhagen, so he doesn't get to see his folks very much, and they're getting getting on in the years and kind of lonely. So my other high school buddies and I occasionally will bring dinner over there and just sort of hang out with them. So
Oh, that's very sweet.
yeah, so that was really good. And in between those two things, there was the Garmy Zoom for Steve Ashton, the late Steve Ashton's daughter's Lily's birthday,
Oh,
which was really sweet. We there was a bunch of us that popped in there. People may have noticed that I popped in there for a little while and was like, I'm gonna go lay down now. So yeah. So yeah, it was fun though. And we heard the story of how Lily's boyfriend caused her to be late because she had to take him to the doctor because he broke his wiener.
okay.
Mhm. You know, sometimes sometimes bending it like Beckham isn't the best choice. So
Makes for a good Zoom story, that's for sure. So
yes, indeed.
yeah.
And he was she was like, I'm gonna let him tell it as his story, and he did, and he definitely did. You know, he did break it a little bit.
Earned his name, hockey
Yes,
stick.
Thomas is right. Got to be careful on Beef Bend Road.
Oh yeah,
Exactly. So yes, that was
which
fun.
I
What's
have
that?
driven down Beef Bend Road before. I've been
Have
to
you?
that very location. Yes,
That's amazing.
I can confirm. Yes,
That's so awesome.
Yep.
Oh my god. Well, that's awesome.
That's a good one.
And then Sunday, we met up with Karen's friend from high school that has moved out here, and we went to a brewery down in Logan Heights, down on the South Bay.
Cool.
And then it started to rain while we were sitting outside, so it was a lot of shuffling around. So nobody got rained on, so that was fun. And then today has been a nightmare with the rain. Spin out accidents on the drive home.
Oh
and,
gosh.
Cars getting flooded all the way up past their tires. If you look on the San Diego subreddit, there are people that are like, yeah, I parked my car here for work. Is insurance going to cover this? And the cars, you can't see the car's wheels.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Like I can imagine walking outside and just being like, splish.
Yeah. Oh,
Oops.
well, my car is now an aquarium. Bill Manna says that's what you get for defiling Lily. Steve strikes from the beyond.
Oh,
and the D-forces are brutal on that.
Oh, God.
Well done.
Well,
friends.
I
Yes?
actually we had there was a party for Dr. Fink, Dr. Fink's co-workers yesterday, which is kind of fun because she mostly does a lot of her work. She works from home. And does a lot of her work via Zoom with patients. So it's like cool to catch up every once in a while with all the coworkers. Like, oh yeah, I had no idea that you were that tall, blah, blah, blah. Like that kind of stuff. Because you only see each other by Zoom, which is super funny.
Right.
And we went to a restaurant that was right across the street from the former location of Fink's Fermented Foods, RIP.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It was interesting to drive by and go, oh, hey, there was.
What's there now? Is it sitting open or is
it's open. They're still in the process of like doing all the legal stuff of getting it turned around and everything like that. So that's kind of like, okay, it's still getting cleared out. But This restaurant's really cool.
Mhm.
It was, again, a similar thing of just only one vegan option that they built specifically for the one vegan guy. So they say, we
Sure.
have a bunch of kimchi fried rice for you. And I said, I'll take it. So they basically brought me out 2 giant bowls of kimchi fried rice. And then everyone was like, okay, cool. We're going to eat fried eggs and meatball buns and all kinds of crazy shit like that. So and then you go to the bathroom, which is like kind of in another room, and you turn around and there are all of these fridges where they're aging chunks of meat and chunks of fish and everything along those lines. So it was like, oh, that I can see the theme of this restaurant here. So no wonder why there was only one vegan option. But
Yeah, that's right. Here's your one thing.
but it was
You'll like it.
delicious. It was super good, and I was very happy. And yeah, it was a lovely time. Great time had by all, and really good coffee. So it was all
Nice.
Yeah.
2 questions from Thomas, very valid questions. I hope the bathroom is in another room than the aging meat and fish.
Yeah, so it was like you went out and there was sort of a separate hallway where they had just 2 like kind of one-holers, and then in the hallway were all the refrigerators. So it was still distant and food safe and everything like that, but also kind of like, oh yeah, it's still on the way, and you can see those as you walk by. So you're like, oh shit, okay, that's what's going on
Weird,
over
like,
here.
Hall of Mirrors shit as you're walking to. Also, does Zoom have a tall setting? Yes, Thomas, that is portrait instead of landscape.
Hey, yeah.
So, yeah,
I have to tilt my screen though. It's really awkward.
exactly. Now, friends, I think it's time for a little bit of Fink news. Yes, friends. Fink news on the march. It's all the news that is fit to Fink with 2 Finks
Yeah,
in the house right
Two
now.
Finks or not two Finks?
That's right. Finks for the memories, everybody.
Hey.
So we'll start off in Portland, Oregon.
Hey, I live there.
A 4-story building with 50 apartments was forced to evacuate last week in Portland when a pipe broke, flooding the building.
Holy hell!
Ceilings and walls were soaked in water and started falling apart.
Yep.
Most residents had to find other places to live. The apartment management company was trying to find space for residents in their other buildings. It could be 5 months before the building is repaired. Did you hear about this?
I saw some videos of that. I heard about it. Yeah, so nuts. Like just oof.
What a nightmare.
Yeah.
We've had some, broken pipe things going on, not only in, downtown around here, but just in this building even, and it is just a nightmare. It didn't make the entire building fall apart, but good lord.
Apparently, Lily Ashton's boyfriend also had some broken pipe issues.
Yeah,
there we go.
There it is, everybody.
Thank you.
Well done. Let's go to Queens, New York.
Hey, someone lives over there. Hey,
That's right. Somebody lives there. A man is arrested at JFK Airport in Queens after authorities find cocaine hidden inside bags of shrimp inside his suitcases.
It's like, so no one's going to want to search this shrimp that I have in my
exactly.
suitcase.
The drug dogs aren't going to be able to smell all this cocaine amongst all this old shrimp I'm carrying around in a suitcase.
It's like, not only that, but like, do you just roll up there and everyone's just like, dude, what is going on?
Well, it gets better because ABC 7 reports that after Zachary Scott arrived on an American Airlines flight from Guyana with some
it's
shrimp
been sitting there for a minute.
Yes. Customs and Border Protection officers discovered about 40 pounds of cocaine.
Holy hell.
Inside multiple brick-shaped packages hidden among frozen jumbo shrimp sealed in plastic bags.
I'm also not much of like a geography major or anything along those lines, but I don't think Guyana has any local shrimp places that they're going to be getting that from. So
I can't even imagine that.
It's been thoroughly aged by the time he has it, and then we get to let it travel.
Well, apparently, Mr. Scott, an American citizen who lives in Guyana, reportedly told investigators he was paid about $5,000 to transport the drugs. He's now facing up to 20 years in prison.
Dude, that is not worth $5,000.
Nope. Definitely not. Let's go for some science news. In Costa Rica, scientists have discovered at least 4 new species of octopus near Costa Rica.
Get out of
Officials
here.
from the Schmidt Ocean Institute announced the discoveries on Tuesday of last week, saying an international team of scientists uncovered the new species during 2 expeditions last year. The scientists were looking at seamounts off the Pacific coast of Costa Rica. They say more than 300 deep sea specimens were collected from the expeditions.
Damn. That ocean, it's got a osh. Like there's a lot of space up in there for things to happen, and so.
Did you just say that ocean's got a osh?
Yeah, I kind of did.
Ocean's got a osh.
Yeah,
Mike
baby.
Corona, next time you go scuba diving, I charge you with saying that. Ocean's got a osh.
Am I right, octopus? And they're like,
Bill Madison, bubblegum shrimp, bubblegum cocaine tested and approved by Jenny.
yeah. The
Mike
shrimp are
says, I
moving
like
really
my shrimp like I
fast."
like my rice, sitting out at room temperature for a while.
Whoa.
Well, in less damaging drug news, Panera Bread's caffeinated charged lemonade drinks are at the center of another lawsuit. A woman filed a lawsuit in Delaware Tuesday alleging that she suffers long-term and permanent cardiac issues after drinking the charged lemonade. According to the lawsuit, the woman drank 2.5 charged lemonades and started experiencing symptoms like body shakes, heart palpitations, and shortness of breath. The woman immediately went to the emergency room and was treated for atrial fibrillation, which the CDC describes as an irregular heartbeat. 2 previous lawsuits blamed charged lemonade for the deaths of a Florida man and a college student. I'm
Good
so scared
Lord.
of that charged lemonade.
It's the whole, like, okay, so by this point, I figure, like, everyone has at least had someone ask them, like, have you heard about that crazy lemonade?
Yeah, hear about
So-
that guy that died from the lemonade?
Like, isn't that person just trying to do this for the money? Like, aren't they, like,
I don't
They're-
know.
they're
If you're
trying
going
to
to
pull
drink
some
2.5,
Yeah.
2.5 of them, I think that what they were saying was like the amount of caffeine is like 300 to 400 milligrams per lemonade,
Dude,
which is in one by itself is ridiculous. Mike Corona, does the lemonade hide that they are caffeinated? No, I mean, I think even in the name, you're thinking charged lemonade.
Charged,
What does
yeah.
that mean? Although maybe they're thinking you can only put it on a credit card. I don't know.
after like 2.5 of those two, I imagine your pee just like pulsates, like
Yeah.
like it's
It probably
just-
burns on the way out.
oh,
I'm guessing.
man.
Talking Thomas, espresso has 60 milligrams.
Okay.
That's troubling.
So even
I
when I
don't
have
understand.
like 6 or 8 shots of espresso in the morning, I'm still just having like like 360 milligrams.
Yeah, that's like one charged lemonade.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
It's like 300 something. Mike's like, how many is in the lemonade again? I think it's somewhere between 300 and 400 milligrams.
Fuck
But
me.
then if you're drinking 2.5 of those, that's insane.
You're hitting, yeah, like 800 milligrams of fucking caffeine.
They should, if you know, it's kind of, you know what they should do with it, honestly, is they should do like some of these like craft cocktail places where they make this super, super strong, like Navy strength rum drinks. And they say like, you know, 2 per customer.
Yep. 1 per, you only get it, and that's it.
Yeah, I think they may need to do that. I'm wondering too if it's one of those things where, if it's like, you know, with like a soda machine, you know, where it dispenses the water and the syrup, and I wonder if somebody like is messing with the mixture of the two. You know what I mean?
It's like, this is real syrupy.
Yeah, this is really, it's like the uncut Squishy from The Simpsons. You know? So, Jody says, no brains, you got no headaches. Yeah, see, exactly.
Hey, yeah.
No, I don't.
You just drink shots of the syrup straight. And
Yeah,
be
just
like,
do a quick shot. You know?
Yikes.
Yeesh.
It probably tastes terrible as well, and so I'm sure it's just like, I'm doing this for the thing. Like,
I would guess, unless it's one of those things where it's like addictively delicious, and they're like, "Well, I've got to have more."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's probably true too.
All right. Well, be forewarned, dear listener. Don't fuck with the charged lemonade.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Let's go to San Diego, California.
I've been there, and I used to live there, and I'm from there.
That's right.
Yeah.
San Diego police are searching for a woman in connection to a string of jewelry robberies. She appeared to employees to be a stylish influencer. The most recent robbery happened in late December at Daniel's Jewelers in Parkway Plaza. El Cajon police report that a woman walked into the jewelry store requesting to see some gold necklaces. She was reportedly dressed to the nines, from her makeup to a stylish hot pink jacket to diamond necklaces, bracelets, and rings. During the interaction, she mentioned she was an influencer. As they set out all these gold necklaces, I did this story live on Kogo today. As they set out all these gold necklaces, she stepped away to take a phone call. And then, wait, what did she do? Oh, yeah, that's right. She said she would take them. She stepped away to make a phone call, and then came back from the phone call and just grabbed all the necklaces and ran.
Wow.
And she jumped into a waiting getaway car and took off. And the license plate readers show it was this woman who has addresses in San Diego and Yuma, Arizona. And now they're tying it to jewelry robberies in Carlsbad and Michigan and parts of Arizona.
Damn.
Each time, especially, I think specifically this most recent time, she ran away with $36,000 in necklaces.
Dude, good on you for like doing the full work and everything like that. Like, that's a lot of different jewelry heists there. So
it's true, all in a row too. So apparently she was detained in Arizona for shoplifting, but it was before the arrest warrants for the previous crimes had been posted, so they let her go.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. Also, Mike's right. Why is an influencer a red flag by now? Exactly.
Yup.
And I actually tried to look up this person. They named her in the article. I think it was like Angelina Ordonez or something like that. And the only names I could find were people with like less than 1,000 followers. So not really an influencer.
A little trust but verify action going on there.
Might be a little better move.
So crazy. It's also like, I'm an influencer. Okay,
yes.
Who gives a crap? Like, that's not a thing that. Okay, so
No, I'm with you. I totally agree with you. Let's go out to Key West, Florida. There's an ice cream parlor in Key West called Doozy.
Mm-hmm.
It's spelled Doozee. So the article starts off, reminds me of the old Eddie Murphy bit. I got some ice cream and you can't have none because you can't afford it. Because this time in Florida, the Key West ice cream parlor Doozy is making a bespoke ice cream parlor or ice cream bar. You want to guess how much they're charging for this ice cream bar, Andy Fink?
So, like, you go there and you'll be able to just have whatever you like, all you can eat kind of ice cream bar. Is that what you're talking about? Or
well, there's a specific one. They call it you can get custom ones, and then they have sort of these preset ones that you can get too.
So the average scoop kind of thing is what, $500?
Oh, you beat me. It's $250 for an ice cream bar.
Damn,
Quack Bar. Yes, apparently the bar, quotes around bar because it's an ice cream bar. Get it?
Hey-o.
They use their luxury vanilla bar, then dipping the bar into a premium chocolate coating.
Then the bartender picks up the Hermes spoon, I guess. That makes the value higher for some reason. To scoop up shaved morsels of the most expensive and rarest chocolate in the world. Apparently that's Toac chocolate. And places it right on the bar. Then they cover the bar with an edible 24-karat gold leaf and top it off with what they call sugar diamonds, which they can fuck all the way off with that idea.
Yeah.
So yes, $250 for an ice cream bar.
That's the whole like eating gold flakes or anything along those lines. Like, I understand fine dining and eating really, really nice food and indulging in everything along those lines, but
Yes.
it's gonna become poop later on.
Yeah, like real quick.
Yeah.
And if it's not, then it's a problem because it's going to hang out in your body.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's nuts. $250?
$250 for an ice cream bar.
Yeah.
This chocolate was farmed by children. Their delicate fingers don't sully the flavor.
Yes.
Exactly.
The best flavor comes from orphans. Yeah, that's
true. Orphan tears coat the fingers. Very, yeah. In Las Vegas news,
the spread and then no, that's not right.
Nope, not
Viva
close.
Las Vegas.
There you
it
go.
is.
We're
Yeah,
getting
there. Okay, go.
This is also forewarned is forearmed for our friends that are going to go meet up in the Las Vegas area.
And eight
later
warned
this
is 8 armed for every octopus that you've learned about today too. So,
oh my god. Anyway, Jesus Christ, Andy.
Thank you.
You can now face jail time in Las Vegas if you stop walking in certain areas.
What?
That's right. A new county ordinance took effect January 16th that bans, quote, stopping, standing, or engaging in an activity that causes another person to stop on certain parts of the strip. Tourists often stop on the pedestrian bridges to take photos of all the casino lights or watch street performers, but that practice could soon land you behind bars.
Bars. Holy hell.
And not $250 chocolate bars or ice cream bars. People who violate the new law could be charged with a misdemeanor and face up to 6 months in jail or a $1,000 fine for their actions. The new ordinance claims to crack down on people who stop in these newly designated pedestrian flow zones.
That's the time of the month I had a pedestrian flow. So
yeah, pedestrian flow zone.
That's
going all the way to my feet.
For the town of supposed lawlessness and what happens here stays here and everything along those lines. That's a load of crap.
It is a load of crap.
The dumbest thing I've ever heard, and I'm curious how long that's going to last, or if people are going to like stop in protest or something along those lines. Like,
well, that's what they're saying now is that the Nevada ACLU executive director believes that it makes criminals out of ordinary Nevadans stopping for a mere moment on the pedestrian bridges as they fund that they fund as taxpayers.
Yeah.
So they're going to fight this, but as of now, it's a thing. So there are specific pedestrian bridges and up to 20 feet surrounding the stairs or escalators connecting them to the ground. If you stop for a photo or something like that, $1,000 fine.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, another reason: just don't go to Vegas anymore, people. It's really gross. Anyway. Let's talk about, oh man, this is concerning for us vegans, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go out to Italy. Hey, how you go?
Hey.
A woman died after she ate what was marketed as a vegan tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Oh. Yes, the 20-year-old had ordered the plant-based dessert due to her severe milk allergy. Most tiramisu contains eggs and milk, but there is a plant-based version of the dessert, which is typically made with aquafaba vegan yogurt and coconut milk, meaning it is dairy-free and free from any animal products. Also, a lovely option at Chivico 1835. Knowing she had a milk allergy, the woman ordered a vegan tiramisu. However, she passed away shortly after eating the dessert. This was
Dude.
this was less than a year ago. Anna Belisario was out to dinner with her boyfriend at a vegan burger chain called Flower Burger in Milan, Italy. She ordered a dish called the tiramisu masherpa, I guess. Anyway, knowing she had a severe allergy to milk, she made sure to check the label to see what ingredients were listed. The desserts served at Flower Burger are pre-made, but she still asked for more information before consuming the dessert. After clearing the ingredients to ensure there were no dairy products, the woman ate a few spoonfuls of the tiramisu, but shortly thereafter she began coughing and having trouble breathing. The report states she ran into the bathroom to try and make herself vomit, and she took asthma medication. She also tried to use cortisone, which she carries with her. However, she lost consciousness due to anaphylactic shock.
Damn.
She was in a coma for 10 days, and then she passed away not too long after that.
Holy hell.
Yes. Weirdly enough, the Flower Burger is a chain all through Europe, and it was one of the places that we were planning on eating when we were in Amsterdam in 2022.
So is that if they're all like pre-prepped, it was probably like, oh, this was made in the same kitchen as, and then cross-contamination or something along those lines. And if you have that much of an extreme allergy, it's like kablam. So
right,
I'm kind of guessing that's what it was.
That's what I'm seeing now. Apparently the mother and daughter who run the pastry company behind the tiramisu are being investigated. They also supply desserts for 62 other restaurants in Italy. And they've of course recalled it. Plus, they did find from the same baker, they found traces of egg were found in the vegan mayonnaise, which is spread on sandwich that the 20-year-old ordered while at the restaurant as well. It's believed that the pastry shop mixed up orders for one of the desserts containing milk and just mislabeled it.
Woof. Yikes.
Yeah.
That's brutal. That's like a very, it's an extreme case of dairy sensitivity, but still, it's just like that shouldn't like be happening. People like label your shit, clean your stuff.
True.
Like,
you really should.
brutal.
I mean, look, you really should know your labels and stuff. Look, I understand why there's some, there can be mistakes. Why is it even in the same building? Thomas wants to know. That's a good question. I don't know.
There's, a lot of the times you have to have shared kitchens just to be able to save money and everything along those lines, which is kind of a tough thing, and it's a tough thing for vegan businesses as well. But still, like, clean your shit off, label your stuff, be diligent. I mean, that's part of it. So it's just that's part of the deal. So that's nuts.
Well, I think that and it's also a good point, raises a good point too, is there's a difference between vegan food that's made just with the ingredients and what they call allergy friendly.
Yep.
So like the chocolate chips that we use for the vegan fudge that we make every holiday season, we get that. I think it's called Good Life is the brand, and they are allergy friendly. Which means that it's nut free, gluten free, and vegan chocolate, but it's a separate facility from anything else that they do because it won't even be in the same facility.
Yep. Yeah, and like if you ever see vegan certification, those part of the big thing is like, okay, you are not even bringing in a non-vegan sandwich in for lunch. Like it can't even like grace the halls. Like it really has to get to that point of careful cross-contamination. Gluten-free is the same idea. Organic is the same idea as far as organic certification. Like they monitor every single thing that you've purchased when you're organic. So to make sure like, okay, this much went in, this much went out. So it's the same idea. So yeah, if you're ever really worried about it, do vegan certified stuff. That'll always help, and look for the little stampy stamp on the back. So
It's true.
yeah,
And like for me, like I'm sensitive to like full ingredients, but if there's a little bit of like cross contamination, like we used to eat at Pokies a lot.
right,
Pokies uses the same grill as like all this, and they'll scrape it clean, but it's going to be like, if you're terribly allergic, you probably shouldn't eat there.
right,
But like, I can manage just fine with that. It's like an actual full ingredient where I get into trouble.
right.
So it's those kind of things. You got to know your limits. And so I'm not trying to blame the victim here. She was clearly, misinformed,
Right.
but yeesh.
And it's like, if you're that sensitive to things, then man, you got to really work a lot harder and maybe not eat out if you're that sensitive. So it's stuff
Yeah.
like that where it's really, really tough. So
Yep.
yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to call this not my favorite news story of the day, but at least the most frustrating or weirdest news story of the day. Yes, friends, we're going to go out to Oklahoma.
Where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
There it is. Thank you, Andy. I knew I could count on you for that one. Yeah. An Oklahoma bill is aimed at
Hi, everybody. I'm Oklahoma Bill.
Oklahoma Bill. It's actually Oklahoma Rep Justin Humphrey, which submitted this bill, and it's really targeting one subculture within schools here.
Mm-hmm.
He decided to file a bill, Justin Humphrey, targeting furries.
All right, at school.
Yes, or people in a subculture interested in anthropomorphic animal characters, also known as furries. So Humphrey's bill would ban students who purport to be an imaginary animal or animal species, or who engage in anthropomorphic behavior commonly referred to as furries at school. They would keep them from participating in class and school activities.
Is this like a real rampant thing that's going on in Oklahoma? Like,
I don't know, but it gets better. The bill would require parents or guardians to pick up the student from school, but if parents are unable to pick the student up, the bill says animal control services will be contacted to remove the student.
Yeah, I love this.
So, yeah, what the hell, Oklahoma Rep Justin Humphrey?
What?
And of course, his rep photo has him in a cowboy hat and a bolo tie. So, yes.
So they'll be hogtied and wrestled and brought to their local animal control and
be trank darted and put up for adoption.
It's like, this is your tax dollars at work. This is your
this is what you want to spend money on.
The most important. It's like, this is your hill to die on. So
yes. So Mike says, so if kids are playing a game and acting like an animal or something, yeah, I guess no more duck duck goose.
And I could see like an animal control person just like hanging out right outside the school.
Yeah,
like Scopes trained on the school. Like,
yeah, right.
First
like
kid to growl.
Like he's got one of those like retractable lasso on a stick things. He's just like smacking it. Like, I'm ready for you.
It's time.
You just bark once.
I have my cartoonish net that I'm gonna.
That's right.
Wrangle some people.
Yeah, Mike. Right. You can't. Somebody starts playing "Who Let the Dogs Out," and somebody starts
like,
wolfing. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the cage with you.
Into the hooskow. Yes, exactly.
That's right. Into the old paddy wagon.
What the crap, man? Like,
yes, this is a thing that they're voting on this soon.
This guy spent some time doing this, and he has colleagues. Like,
yes, I think it's a "thou doth protest too much" sort of thing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
This guy is in some freaky shit. So, not to be outdone though, there is of course a Kentucky Republican, Nick Wilson, which has proposed a bill to amend the state's incest law to make sleeping with your first cousin not illegal.
Oh,
I know. Sorry, Andy. When confronted about it, he said it was actually a typo. but only
Oops.
when he was confronted about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's because you got caught, didn't it?
yeah. And when you're done, son.
I have to go white out all the knot that's on this paper. Yes.
Yes, so you can submit a bill to make something illegal that's already illegal.
Illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that's what I meant.
And Thomas says he meant first sibling. Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
What's the matter with the world? Anyway, on that cheery note, let's have a little bit of free skate.
Yay!
Yes, friends, if you're a Patreon subscriber, patreon.com/Fink, you want to jump in there and say hello, please do.
Hello, please do.
Well done, Andrew Fink.
In Gina's absence, R.I.P. Gina. Oh wait, no, that's not.
Oh no, that's not it. No,
Right.
she'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then also give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. We can talk about it. 774-BIG-FINK. Leave us a message. You can email us, thefinkshow@gmail.com. Check out our merch at finkshow.com and kennedytodd.com for some goddamn comfortable shirts. Oh, excuse me. And then also check out seattlegummy.com. Use code FINK at checkout and help yourself feel like a sparkly llamacorn. And also maybe stay away from that charged lemonade.
Holy hell, yeah. Eat like 7 fucking
Eat like 7 gummies
yeah.
and you'll still be okay.
Yeah,
But
it'll still be fine.
2 of those charged lemonades.
You could have a cheek full like it was Big League Chew and you'd still wouldn't be having anything near the
Exactly. That's so troubling. Jody has made it into the free skate arena. Hello, Jody.
Hello. How are we all doing?
Hey.
Doing great. Looks like it
Yay.
stopped raining, at least down here, so that's nice.
Thank
Hopefully that
goodness.
evening commute will be a little safer. There were, at one time this morning, there were 40 separate accidents on the freeways alone in San Diego County.
Bro. Holy
Oh.
hell.
Yes, and that's not surface streets, that's just the freeways.
Damn.
So
Wow.
it was pandemonium today for a while. We had all of our phones were going off with the emergency alert for flash flooding in the area.
Jesus.
There was all types of stuff going on. So
Wow. It's like Monday to the nth degree.
yeah,
Just
it's like
throw it
Monday
all
on
in the
steroids.
big
It's
shit
right.
pile of shit.
Exactly.
Hopefully get
and
it all
then-
done in one day.
Yeah.
And then you're just like chilling for the rest of the week.
Well, forecasts
Sure,
are saying
there you
it's
go.
going to be pretty much exactly that, Andy. It's going to be it's pretty much as soon as it ends this evening, then it's going to be done for the rest of the week. So thank goodness for that.
Huh. Wow.
Wow.
All right, did you get flooded at all, Jody?
Well, I would like to say these 2 things to open things up. Not
Tell me.
only was I in a vehicle with my best friend, we were out of town for the weekend and we had to ford 2 rivers, kind of
Jesus.
small, washed out parts of the road in the desert. And then
Dude.
I discovered it was raining on the inside of my house because of
Oh
a
no!
not very well installed skylight.
Oh crap.
So, I mean, that's when you grab a pan or a bucket or whatever. It's fine. It's not going to ruin the house, but the carpet obviously got wet, and that sometimes can cause the flooring underneath the carpet to sort of swell, and that's kind of hard to
Mhm.
make that part go away. But
Ooh.
anyway,
That's what you
Yeah.
just like do at the grocery store where you just have like little flashing lights and a little
yeah.
speaker and just be like, well, cool, I'm going to lean into it and just have it be cool environmental
Set up some cute little cones, to
Yeah,
warn people.
right.
Yeah.
The legend of Piso Mojado.
I also, in addition to all the weather fun, I had to share this story. Oh,
Yes.
well, actually, there's one more fun weather thing. After the second little wash that we forded, we saw a point in the road where everyone was stopped. This is a 2-lane highway between like Laughlin and Needles, and
Oh,
cars were perpendicular. The 18-wheeler had to come to a complete stop. All these people are standing
gosh.
around like something bad has happened. And my girlfriend's like, that's it. We're turning around. I don't want to see any more dead bodies in my life. So she was convinced that somebody had been killed on the road. And I have no idea if that's true, but yeah. crazy. And so
Dude.
the other really funny story I wanted to share, you reminded me, John, when you talked about the ding-a-ling that rang the wrong bell on the ship. I shouldn't probably call her that. I'm related to somebody that pulled the fire alarm handle. Well, she had just learned to read, and it said pull, so she did.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Although calling somebody a ding-a-ling that rings a bell, not too far off.
Yeah.
Right,
Pretty appropriate. I like that.
but she was, so young. She only learned how to read. That was one of several words that she knew. But yeah, it sounded the alarm in Huntington Beach. The fire department has to respond by they can't. You can't. The restaurant owner can't say, "Oh yeah, it's an accident," and turn around. They still have to come and verify. So that was kind of a big deal. And she learned a little life lesson. She got to go to all the people in the restaurant and apologize because it kind of messed up dinner for everybody.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That kid is going to be a reading comprehension champion.
Oh,
It's so important to know what you're reading.
It's nuts. I can't even believe what she's already accomplished. She's had so many years in Spanish that the final one, she's reading great Spanish literature in Spanish and then writing essays about it in Spanish.
Holy
wow.
hell.
So,
right on.
So if she can do that in Spanish, and her English is definitely still better. So yeah, I think she's going to be okay.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
That's wild.
But it is wild. It's crazy.
There was, when I was working telemarketing for theater, there was a time when I was working in the office, and so you had to dial 9 to be able to get an outside line. And so I'd be dialing really fast because you're just dialing as many numbers as you possibly can get through. And so it was 9, 1, and then blah, 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 whatever sort of number you were doing. And sometimes it felt like the button kind of stuck. And there was at least 3 to 5 times that I dialed 911.
Oh no.
And there was at least one time where I unknowingly did it, and then the police end up showing up and going, "Hey, what's going on over here? What are you guys doing? Did someone dial 911?" And oops. And I was the only one telemarketing at the time, so it's
oh no,
it was definitely me. So it's like it was super awkward.
You think after like I think the business gets fined, don't they? Wouldn't they be like, well, to avoid the fines, let's just spring for a new phone so this doesn't happen anymore?
Figure out a system like it was just enough, and I believe it was associated with the UCSD campus, so that they kind of like didn't have it be connected to that. And so I was like, I will just pause one brief moment while I'm dialing to make sure of that. But it was just like sticky phone happens,
Yep.
It's
or that, or you're drinking too much caffeinated lemonade. You're like, no.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Wee.
Very happy to learn about that lemonade today. I've never seen it.
I haven't been to a Panera in
never.
7 or 8 years at least.
The food's real suspicious over there too. So
yeah, it's one of those things where like if you're traveling, you're like, well, I'd rather not eat at McDonald's. Oh, Panera. So I'm really, really wary of that caffeinated lemonade thing though. That's just terrifying. I feel like I'd get like 3/4 of the way through one and just be like, I'm going to 3, 2, 1 blast off. Here I go.
Just sit in a corner and wiggle for a minute, and
and then lay down and fart.
Yeah,
that's what happens when I have too much caffeine. I have to go lie down and just pretty much do what the guy did at the beginning of the show. Which
I was going to say, John, all you have to do is record it, and then you can have your show opener for the day after the caffeine.
Content creation, Jody.
Yes.
I appreciate your insight. Well
we
done.
have some organic fart creation.
Yes, right. Homebrew.
Yes.
You don't have to say it was you.
I mean,
unless you really want to own it, you might be so proud,
Well, if it was like the guy at the beginning of this show, you'd hear the grunts and be like, "That sounds like John grunting." Like,
oh God! Oh God!
Yeah. That was
that
was
really had me laughing hard.
That was
Oh,
amazing.
I'm so glad. That was one of the more epic ones. I was
It
surprised by
really
that.
was.
That's the most amazing thing about having essentially this day in Tootstory is we just like I don't have any foreknowledge anymore because we made these like over a year ago.
Those
So-
toots were all stacked up, man. So
That's right.
yeah.
Exactly. When your
So
toots are stacked,
funny.
it's always a surprise.
And
Oh,
on that stinking note, right?
Yes, on that stinking note, friends, I think it's time for us to call it a show.
Shoo!
Oh,
Yes, it is.
we miss you,
Fine,
Gina.
fine.
We miss you, Gina. Please
Miss you,
tell us the
Gina.
good news when you are complete with your interview.
Finkies crossed.
We'll have Jean Whuls back tomorrow for Turtle Tuesday tomorrow evening. Jody, thank you for stopping in and telling some good stories. Always
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
That was fun.
Of course. Andy as well. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Yes.
Excellent. Stay tuned tomorrow. Otherwise, Andy, could you tell me about some horses?
Horse last.
Nice.
Thank you.
Later, taters. And now, 3 jokes.
I left my ADHD medication in my Ford Fiesta. Now it's a Ford Focus. What do you call a website of ADHD? A hyperlink. What do you call someone that worries they have ADHD? A hypochondriac.
Bye, everybody.
Nice.